How many tangents can a circle have?
Infinite.
Infinite. Next, a tangent to a circle intersect it in dash points.
1.
1.
A line intersecting a circle in 2 points is called a
Secant.
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 A circle can have dash parallel tangents
2.
at 2. The common point of a tangent to a circle and the circle is called
Point of
Point of
contact.
contact.
point of contact. So first one is a tangent to a circle intersected in 1 point. A line intersecting a circle in 2 points is called a secant. A circle can have 2 parallel tangents at most. The common point of a tangent to a circle and the circle is called point of contact. These are things yesterday we discussed when I gave us homework. And I told third question solving that you people
D, ma'am.
solve and enter. Right? I told you people not to just to tick the answer, solve and then write the answer. I said, am I clear, children?
Yes,
I solved, ma'am.
Here, here
I solved.
a tangent PQ at a point P of a circle of radius 5. So OP value they gave 5. Meet a line through the center O at a point Q. So that OQ is equal to 12 they gave. So here by applying Pythagoras theorem, as we know that the center to the tangent is always a perpendicular. So this triangle OPQ is a right angle triangle. Here the value OP they gave and value PQ they gave. By using Pythagoras theorem, we need to find the value of OQ. So according to Pythagoras theorem, square of hypotenuse is equals to the sum of the squares of the other two sides. Here angle P is right angle. Angle P opposite side is the hypotenuse, that is OQ. So OQ square is equals to OP square plus PQ square. Since we need the value PQ, so here PQ square is equals to OQ square minus OP square. Am I clear, children? So apply the value. 12 square is 144, 5 square is 25, 144 minus 25 is 119. So answer is D. I hope you all have got answer. Here the option they gave wrong, children. So, but answer 119. The question when I copied, this has come wrong. This change, make it change it. Any doubt, children?
No, ma'am.
You all have done it the same way?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Next, today we'll move on to the next one. Exercise 10.1, fourth sum. Am I clear, children?
Yes, ma'am.
In this exercise 10.1, only 4 sums are there. So just read the question. Draw a circle. So children, any radius, for any radius, you need to circle. So understand the question. Draw a circle and 2 lines parallel to a given line such that, so we need to draw 2 lines parallel to a given line. Means one circle you need to draw, one line you need to draw outside the circle. Okay? Such that the one is a tangent. Tangent means what? That line should touch a circle at 1 point. That point is called a point of contact. One tangent you need to draw parallel to the given line. The other one is a secant. What do you mean by secant? The line touches a circle in 2 points. Am I clear, children?
Yes, ma'am.
See, this is the answer. Here, any radius you can draw a circle. Draw a circle by taking any radius. Here, AB is a given line. I think you can see the given line of AB. Draw a given line. They are asking us to draw 2 lines. One is a tangent. The other one is a secant. Am I clear? So here
Yes,
I am drawing CD is a tangent. See, CD touches the circle at the point M. Can you able to see, children? You can able to see, no? CD touches a circle at the point M. It is called tangent. The other one they asked, one more is secant. So I'm taking EF as a secant. This EF is touches circle at 2 points. Am I clear, children? They're asking us to draw 2 lines parallel to a given line AB. One line should be parallel as a tangent. The other line should be parallel to the given line as a secant. Am I clear this answer, children? Any doubt in this?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Shall we move to the next class? Next one.
Yes, ma'am.
Yesterday I've discussed two theorems. So one more thing, I'll go yesterday's class. I'll just take out, children. Just a minute. Yesterday's class, I've discussed two theorems. One theorem I told you people to write and come. Am I clear, children? Yesterday's class. Am I audible to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yesterday's class, I told you people that last theorem, that point is the two tangents we can draw from the exterior of a point. So I told you people to prove that these two tangents are equal. I told you people to write the complete steps by using RHS congruency rule. Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Theorem. The length of tangents drawn from an external point to a circle are equal. Here I told you people to prove that PQ is equals to PR. Here I've taken Q and R, but in the previous day the figure was A and B, right? I told you people to prove PA is equals to PB. Am I clear, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Those who have done, it is good. I told you people to write the proof. In this circle chapter, only two theorems they'll ask. One is the perpendicular one, 2 marks yesterday I discussed. And this is the important theorem, very easy. So here we need to prove that PQ is equals to PR. Am I clear, children? The length of tangents drawn from the external point. So here external point is P, and here from P maximum we can draw two tangents, that is PQ and PR. So they are asking us to prove PQ is equals to PR. So we'll join OQ and OR and even OP. So when I join OQ, OR and OP, here I am getting two triangles, triangle PQO and triangle PRO. So here yesterday in exercise theorem 10.1 we have learned. So center to the tangents always perpendicular. So here angle Q and angle R is equals to 90 degree. Am I clear, children? So from theorem 10.1, so that I did not mention 10.1, just I given the heading. From the center to the tangent is always a perpendicular. I hope it's clear to everyone, children.
Yes, ma'am.
Then I said take these two triangles. In these two triangles, so we'll apply congruency rule. OQ is equals to OR. Radii. OP is common in both the triangles, and angle OQ and ORP is equals to both is equals to 90 degree. So according to RHS rule, these two triangles are congruent. I told you people to write these two, and PQ is equals to PR, CPCT, corresponding parts of congruous triangle. Here I mentioned triangle theorem 10.1. That theorem 10.1 is from the center to the point of contact is always perpendicular. That statement we write, or you can write theorem 10.1. Am I clear, children? This is
Yes,
the
ma'am.
proof. Yesterday I just told you people to write this proof. This is the important theorem. Hardly they'll give for 3 marks. The previous one, OP perpendicular to the tangent, they'll give for 2 marks. These only two theorems you can expect from circle chapter. Am I clear, children? Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am.
And again,
Yes, ma'am.
just read this question. Prove that in two concentric circle. What do you mean by concentric circle?
Circles drawn from the same radius.
Circle.
Same center.
Same
Yes.
Drawn
center,
from
ma'am.
same center.
same
Draw the
center.
same.
You can draw as many circles as you want, but all the circles have the same center called concentric circles. Prove that in two concentric circles, means two circles having common center. The chord of the larger circle which touches the smaller circle, I'll show you the figure. Here, I just mark smaller circle as C2 and the larger circle as C1, and O is the center for both the circle, larger circle and the smaller circle. O is the center. These type of figures are called concentric circle. Two or more than two circles have common center is called concentric circles. This we have learned in our previous class. Prove that in two concentric circles, here two concentric circles are there. The chord of the larger circle, here AB is the chord of the larger circle which touches the smaller circle. Yes, which touches the smaller circle is bisected at the point of contact. This point P is the tangent point of contact to this smaller circle. Am I clear, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Any doubt in the statement, children? Prove
No,
that
ma'am.
two concentric circles, the chord of larger circle AB, which touches the smaller circle, is bisected at the point of contact. Am I clear? The statement is clear. Here I am taking two concentric circles C1 and C2 with center O, and a chord is AB of a larger circle C1. This AB is the chord of the larger circle which touches a smaller circle C2 at point P. So what do we need to prove here? Bisect. What do you mean by bisect? This P bisect this chord into two equal. Bisect means cutting this chord into two equal parts. So here we need to prove that AP is equals to PB or BP. Any doubt, children? Any doubt?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Now, in this construction, we'll join OP. So, proof AB is a tangent to C2. AB is the chord. See here, AB is the chord for larger circle and AB is the tangent for smaller circle. Am I clear, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Tangent and one we have learned. So from the center to the tangent is always perpendicular. Am I clear, children? So OP is perpendicular to AB according to that theorem 10.1. So what it says, the tangent at any point of a circle is perpendicular to the radius through the point of contact. To the point of contact, and this radius is always perpendicular. From 10.1 yesterday I gave. Am I clear, children? I did not mention 10.1 theorem. I just mentioned as a statement. Am I clear? According to that, we learned OP is perpendicular to AB. Am I clear? Am I clear, children?
Yes, ma'am.
So when OP is perpendicular to AB, so it is AP is equals to BP. I think I missed out a point. I'll just check it. Okay, I'll just check that. We'll go for the next one, children. Exercise 10.2. I think I missed few points here. I'll just check it and let you know. Next, exercise 10.2. Based on that, we'll go for exercise 10.2. Yeah. From a point Q, you can able to see the figure now, children. From a point Q, the length of the tangent to a circle is 24. From the point Q, the length of tangent to a circle, that is P. From Q to P, it is 24 centimeter. And the distance of Q from the center, distance of Q from the center is 25 centimeter. The radius of the circle is, what is the radius of the circle? So what do you need to apply here? According to Pythagoras.
Pythagoras.
You can apply 25 square minus 24 square will get the result. 25 square is 625 and 24 square is 576. Yes. So OP square is equal to, if we subtract, we'll get
49.
Here, this P is a right angle opposite side. OQ is the hypotenuse. Yes, children. Hypotenuse according to Pythagoras theorem. OQ square is equal to OP square plus PQ square. We need OP square. OP square is equal to OQ square minus PQ square. I hope this is clear to everyone. Pythagoras theorem. So 25 square is 625 and 24 square is 576. If we subtract, we'll get 49. So OP square is 49. OP is root 49. It is 7. Am I clear? So which is the correct answer?
A.
Correct option is A. Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Should we move on to the second one?
Yes, ma'am.
Second question. First I'll explain, then I'll show the answer. Okay. In the given figure, you can able to see the figure now, children. In this given figure, here PT and TQ are the two tangents to a circle with center O and angle POQ. They gave 110. We need to find the value of PTQ. In this one, I'm going to explain 2 points. You can able to see the figure now, children.
Ma'am, 70 degree.
So let me explain. So here, always we learned that center to the tangent is always perpendicular. So OP is perpendicular to PT and OQ also perpendicular to PT. So here angle P and angle Q are 90 degree. Am I clear, children?
Yes, ma'am.
So when these two are 90 degree, here TOQ is a quadrilateral. So we know that some more angle sum property of
360.
how much? 360. Am I clear to everyone? Anyone have doubt in this
Yes,
point?
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So if you apply
No,
angle
ma'am.
sum property, angle POQ value we got 110, angle OPT is 90, angle OQT is also 90, 90 plus 90 plus 110,
290.
70 degree. Answer.
yes, 360, here 110 plus 90 is 200, 200 plus 90 is 290, 360 minus 110 is 70.
70.
So one thing you observe, so here in this point of contact outside and this inside angle, see 110 plus 70 opposite angles are supplementary. This is 110, angle PTQ we have got 70. So once again I'll repeat. So center to the tangent is always perpendicular. Angle P and angle Q are 90. Here we got a quadrilateral OPTQ. So it is a quadrilateral. I'm going to apply here angle sum property of a quadrilateral. So angle P we got 90, angle Q we got 90, angle POQ 110. So to find this one, so sum of these three minus 360 if we do, we'll get angle PTQ. So one thing you observe here, angle POQ is 110 and exterior point, this angle PTQ is 70 degree. Just opposite angles you add 110 plus angle PTQ is 70.
From alternate interior angles. No, co-interior angles. Sorry, ma'am. Co-interior angles. Can it be co-interior, ma'am? Because co-interior we can also sum, no, ma'am.
Ma'am, cyclic quadrilateral.
That is different. Okay. That is only the circle chapter. Here, for when we get up, its opposite angles are supplementary. When there is a two tangents are there, so tangents to the center is a perpendicular we discussed, and in this particular point, so the tangents drawn from the exterior point, two tangents drawn from the exterior point, and the interior angle opposite angles are supplementary. So that is different and this is different here. So there in the previous year, we have not learnt the tangents and all. Am I clear now? See here, 110 and 70 if you add, are you getting 180? And these opposite angle, angle P and angle Q if you add, are you getting 180?
Yes, ma'am.
So only when these type of figure, so two tangents drawn from an exterior point, and for this type of figure, you can take opposite angles are supplementary. Am I clear to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Any doubt? Any doubt, children?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Any doubt in this sum? Shall we move on to the next one? So your answer is B. Any doubt in this sum? Shall we move on to third question, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Third question. Question number 3. If tangents PA and PB from a point P, PA and PB from a point P to a circle with center O are inclined to each other at angle 80. So where is 80 here now? Here PA
APB.
and PB are two tangents. Okay. We know that the radius is perpendicular to the tangent. OA is perpendicular to PA and OB is perpendicular to PB. This we have learned from the theorem 10.1. Here also we know that angle OAP is 90 and also angle OBP also 90. Am I clear, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Am I clear in this one? So
Yes,
same
ma'am.
thing what we discussed here. Sum of all the four angles is equals to
360.
here this angle APB, this angle they gave
80 degree.
here P and PB are at a point P to a circle with center O are inclined to each other at angle 80. So this angle P, complete angle P is 80 they gave. We know that this is 90, angle OAP is 90, angle OBP is also 90. Here this one thing we understood. So opposite angles are supplementary. Angle P they gave 80. What is angle AOB here? Angle P they gave 80 degree. What is angle AOB?
100, ma'am.
180 minus
Because
80,
we
so
learned
it will
that
be 100.
opposite angles are supplementary. Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
But here they're asking us to find angle POA, only this particular angle. Am I clear, children?
Yes,
so,
ma'am.
Yes, 50, but we can't say directly 50. So here they're asking multiple choice question. They may give this question to solve also. Then what you have to do here, these two triangles you need to prove congruent. Then you need to say this angle POA is equal to angle POB. Then you can divide 100 into half and half. Am I clear, children? So according
Yes,
to
ma'am.
property, angle OAP is 90, angle OBP is 90, angle APB they gave 80. So 90 plus 90, 180. 180 plus 80 is 260. So 360 minus 260, angle AOB we got 100. I'm here now. Am I clear, children? Anyone have doubt up to this point?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Next, directly you can, if it is a multiple choice, you can directly say this is 50 and 50 because already we proved this using RHS rule. These two triangles are congruent. Clear, children? Already we proved these two triangles are congruent. So angle POA is equal to angle POB. You can take and you can prove. But here again we will take these two triangles. We prove angle OPB and angle OPA. Here already we proved in a theorem 10.2 AP is equals to BP according to theorem 10.2. Then OP is common. Then OA is equals to OB. So all three sides are equal in these two triangles. So according to SSS congruence rule, these two triangles are congruent. When these two triangles are congruent, then according to CPCT, angle POA is equals to angle POB. Any doubt? Any doubt, children? So angle POA, they're asking half into angle AOB. AOB is 100, it is 50. Any doubt in the sum? Any doubt in any point, children?
No, ma'am.
No, answering also please be active, okay? Next. Shall we move on to the fourth question?
Yes, ma'am.
Fourth question. Prove that the tangents drawn at the ends of diameter of a circle are parallel. So here we need to prove that these two, here CD, here PQ is the diameter. This passes through the center O. PQ is the diameter. CD and AB are two tangents drawn at the end of the diameter. Am I clear, children? Am I clear this point? Prove that the tangents drawn at the ends of a diameter. So here PQ is a diameter and CD and AB are two tangents drawn ends of the diameter. Here we need to prove that CD is parallel to AB. Children, you have learnt in your previous class lines and angles chapter, right? At least if it is proves alternate angle corresponding any one, if it proves, I can say CD is parallel to AB. Am I clear, children? So one thing we have learned according to theorem 10.1, this OQ is perpendicular to CD.
Yes, ma'am.
Same thing, OP is perpendicular to AB. Yes.
Ma'am.
So angle P at OPA and OPB both are 90. Same thing, OQC and OQD is equal to 90 degree. Am I clear, children?
Yes, ma'am.
So center to the tangent is always perpendicular. We have learnt in theorem 10.1. So here OPA is also 90. OQD is also 90. So both are equal means I can say this angle is alternate. Angle OPA, angle OQD, both are equal to 90. Same way, angle OQC and angle OPB, both are equal to 90. It is nothing but as alternate angles.
Yes, ma'am.
Alternate angles are equal. I can say AP is parallel to CD.
Yes, ma'am.
Any doubt, children, in this one?
No, ma'am.
Let us see the answer. Here, let PQ be a diameter of this given circle with center O. Let AB and CD, here what I'm having, AB and CD are the tangents drawn to the circle at the end points of the diameter PQ respectively. Since tangent at a point of the circle is perpendicular to the radius through the point, therefore PQ is perpendicular to AB. Also PQ is perpendicular to CD. Then APQ is equals to PQD. Either you can take how I taught or you can take directly APQ and QPD also you can take. So both are equal means it is nothing but as alternate angle. Therefore AB is parallel to CD. Am I clear, children? Here I have taken directly APQ and PQD. These two angles I have taken, or you can take angle APQ is equals to PQD, both equal to 90. Also BPQ and CQP, these two also you can take. Both are equal because alternate angle, both are equal to 90 degree. And we can say when both are equal, then I can say alternate angles are equal. When the alternate angles are equal, these two lines are parallel. In lines and angles, already we have learned alternate angles. Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Any doubt in this sum?
No, ma'am.
Any doubt in this sum, children?
No, ma'am.
No,
Shall we move on to the next one?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Next one, fifth sum. Fifth sum is based on assumption. Okay. Prove that the perpendicular at a point of contact, the perpendicular at a point of contact to the tangent to a circle passes through the center. They're asking, so this is OP is perpendicular to AB. So we need to prove that. Am I clear, children? So we need to prove that. So just will assume that. Let AB be the tangent at a point P on a circle with center O. So if possible, I'm assuming here, I'm telling, I'm assuming here, if possible, let PQ be perpendicular to AB. Here I need to prove that OP is perpendicular to AB. So to prove that, we need to assume. Okay. We'll take Q, another point. PQ, let PQ be perpendicular to AB, not passing through O. This PQ is not passing through O. Join OP and also PQ. Am I clear, children? Am I clear? Am I clear with the question?
Yes, ma'am.
That the perpendicular, the point of contact to the tangent to a circle, to the tangent to a circle passes through the center. This we need to prove that. So we'll take the point which is not past center, PQ. So we'll join OP. Since tangent at a point to a circle is perpendicular to the radius through, so we'll take AB is perpendicular to OP. So angle OPB is equal to 90. This we got to know from theorem 10.1. So according to the construction, we are taking QPB is also 90. According to the construction, I'm taking QPB is also 90 degree. This is the QPB 90 degrees is just an assumption. Am I clear? QPB is equal to 90 is just an assumption. So therefore, QPB, this angle QPB and also OPB both are 90. So I am telling according to this, from the center to the tangent is 90. From theorem 10.1 already we have learnt. Now the point which you have taken, PQ is also perpendicular, means angle QPB is also 90. When this is 90, so by seeing the figure itself, you can say this angle QPB is less than 90 degree. Am I clear, children? When it is less than 90 degree, it is not possible to have a right angle triangle, right angle. So which is not possible as a part cannot be equal to whole. This is just a part of 90. Angle QPB is just a part of right angle, but is not exactly 90. So our contradiction assumption is wrong. Hence the perpendicular at the point of contact, the tangent to a circle passes through the center. Just we need to assume. Here I have taken PQ towards my right. You can take towards your left and you can prove. So here when PQ overlap with OP, then it will be correct. Am I clear, children? We need to assume PQ is also perpendicular. Then we need to say our assumption is wrong only when am I audible to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Here we need to prove that OP is perpendicular to AB. So we need to assume even PQB is also 90. So when you prove that this is not equal to 90, only our assumption is wrong, we have to say, and we need to say that OPB is equal to 90. Am I clear, children? Am I clear? Once again, repeat this question. Prove that the perpendicular at the point of contact, here P, point of contact is P, to the tangent to a circle passes through the center. So they are asking, so here this is perpendicular. We need to take PQ is perpendicular. We need to assume here. Am I clear? So, but we learned according to exercise theorem 10.1, center to the tangent is always perpendicular. So from both we can take angle OPB and angle QPB. Here I am taken on towards sides. Angle OPB and angle QPB both are equal to 90. But by observing the figure, we can say angle QPB is just a part of this whole 90 degree. So our assumption is wrong. So hence OP is perpendicular to AB. Am I clear now? Any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Mritula, Archita, Likit,
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
class. I just discussed yesterday's homework, and one important point we have learned in this according to exercise 10 point theorem 10.2. So from the exterior point, when we draw tangent, the angle which we formed from the two tangents and interior angle inclined, this one, opposite angles are supplementary. We have learned from this one.